What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CRWN Cinema Podcast. In this episode, we are about to watch
Casino.
Afterwards, we'll come back in here to shoot the shit and talk about it. So grab some popcorn, maybe a drink.
Or two.
And we'll be right back. And we're back. We just watched Casino. I thought it was really good.
I loved it.
That was a great movie.
It was a good movie.
First time watching, your first time watching too.
Yeah.
It was solid. If I had to give a review, I think I'll talk about it later, but I think the female in the movie, who is the most probably despicable character ever in a movie, no redeeming qualities whatsoever, besides her attraction. I think there were some really cool, deeper layerings about her character. I think there's like a deeper message with her character that I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was really well told. I think Robert De Niro's character is badass. I think all the characters are badass. Despite it being 3 hours, it didn't drag on at all. I felt like I was attentive the whole time, and it was never really dragged.
It's a very well told story.
There's no lulls. So if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it I'm going to go 8.2.
Respect.
All right, what you got?
Respect. 3 hour movie, like you said, but I feel like this is just, of course, one of Scorsese's best. It's very well told. I like the characters, the development of all of them. I like that it's told pretty much from Ace and Nicky's sides.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like, I thought that was an interesting way of like going about it. Like they're narrating it, both of them, to where it's kind of like they're arguing with each other.
You're right.
Yeah, and I thought that was just, that was a funny way of doing it, but a really cool way of executing that. Yeah, but you know what do they have in common? They let a girl fuck everything up. And but you know, that's how it can go. You get so obsessed with the money, the power, everything, and then at the end of the day, you just want the girl that looks the best around you, even if she's coming with a loser pimp of a low boyfriend, whatever. Like, it's just a bad deal.
What was his name? Lester Diamond?
Lester, thank you.
What a fucking porn star name.
Exactly. And but it's a great movie. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.8. I really like this movie.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
nice.
I really like this.
Hell yeah.
It was really good.
Cool. Scott, what you got?
I'll give it a 9.
Yeah.
Love the story. Love the cinematography.
Boom.
Period.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, it's cool how it's told from De Niro and Nicky's perspective both, because it's kind of like De Niro, it shows the different ways of going about running the old school Las Vegas. Nicky's a straight up just mob boss, does everything by force. He would just force his will upon everybody.
Which I think I'll kind of disagree. I think Nicky is actually the more old school approach, just as far as like the gangster, which is...
That's what I'm saying.
Oh. Okay, I thought you said Ace had the more old school.
No. De Niro, I'm saying Ace and Nicky both went about the old school Las Vegas. I'm talking about just old school as in like the old way of Las Vegas. Because at the end of the movie, it wraps up like how Las Vegas is now versus how it used to be run by the mob back then.
Yeah, but
so I was saying Nicky is using that fucking just gangster mentality, brute force on everything.
Yeah. Gets
whatever he wants, no matter what the cost.
If he wins off the book, he gets his money. If he loses, he just doesn't pay the
Greatest
bookie.
strategy of all time.
Yeah. If you can get away with it, because he's a made man, so it's like, all right, he's untouchable. I think it's just really cool to see that Ace, once he got in the business and saw how successful it was off the bat, he could just tell, like, oh shit, like Vegas is like the future. I mean, this is going to be a legitimate business. Sure, it might get shady behind some closed doors, but then at the end of the day, we're not ripping people off like in broad daylight. Like we can't be shooting people in the back of the head. I mean, sure, you can go bury some bodies out in the desert, but that's just, I mean, they're cracking down on it. Like this is going to be a very big place where people from all around the world are going to come, and it's going to be legitimate. You got to take care of these people. There can be no shady stuff going on.
Yeah, Ace recognizes that.
Yeah, Nicky's like, no, we can bleed this place dry.
Yeah.
And make some serious coin off of it and run it forever. And Ace is like, no. Like, look at how much money is being brought in. FBI is not going to let anybody get away with that. The government's not going to let anybody get away with this if it's shady.
Yep.
And as we see through the progress of the movie, that's exactly what happens. That's why Ace is so annoyed sorry, I'm kind of jumping the gun here, but like I feel so bad for Ace because he really just wants to play by the rules. He's good at playing by the rules.
He likes his reputation. He likes being the man. He likes having his casino be tip-top perfect shape.
Yeah, but he's like doing it like the right way. Like he understands that like if he's still pretty much like on ground zero as far as Vegas goes. Like people are still wanting to see who can like lead the biggest casino now that Vegas is starting to really blow up, you know, because it's still pretty fresh. Like, and he's like, wait, I can do this. I don't need the mob or like the people from back home to like help me. Like I can do this. And Nicky's like, well, I mean, who cares? Like I can make all the money. But because Nicky and Ace are connected, it gets Ace in trouble with the government.
Yep.
Who are, you know, they're trying to knock down, like they're trying to lock down, not having all this gangster stuff going on anymore.
Right. Yeah. Because they can't have these criminals making all this money.
Yeah.
I mean, insane amounts of money.
Yeah. And so Ace is just, you know, he was so mad from the beginning. He was like, you know, Nicky, you know, it's not the same.
Yeah. Because he uses his gangster mentality and he has a controlled level of using his mob ties and being rough with people. It's only whenever they're out, like when he feels like they're screwing the casino over or maybe they're beating the casino, that's when he comes in to hammer them down and break their fingers with their, you know.
But I feel like that would probably be how it's done today.
I don't know. Maybe. I haven't really heard any stories, honestly.
I mean, if you actually go to a casino and try to scam them out of like, I don't know, probably like thousands. I don't know.
I think you definitely get banned. You can get banned from casinos.
They might get a little rough with you. Take you to a back room, rough you up a little bit.
Yeah, I've never heard any. I feel like have heard stories.
I don't think we know anybody with the balls to try and do that.
No, but like YouTube videos.
Maybe.
Some interviews like, you know, whatever, in the MGM Grand, beat my ass in the back after I won Texas Hold'em. There's no stories like that really, so maybe not. But I mean, like people like Dana White got kicked out. Like I think it's the Palms. He used to host the UFC there, and because he won so much money all the time playing cards, they banned him from the casino. And he was like, "Well, fuck you! I'm not hosting the UFC here." And then he moved it wherever it's at now. Yeah. But yeah, Ace is doing it controlled. He's trying to keep it legal, but again, Nicky's that other opposite side of the old school way Las Vegas would run, where it's just the dirtiness. And that dirtiness, I mean, even though Ace is trying to do it good, when they cut to some violent scenes, they are violent.
Yeah.
I mean, every single scene it cut to, whenever it was them beating up on some guy at the casino, it was like, oh, like every single time.
They turn it up a notch.
Hammer to the fingers, busting the guy's face through the door when they had kicked him out. Yeah, it got brutal.
I thought, I mean, because there are definitely like some gruesome scenes, like, you know, kind of showing like how messed up, because I feel like that's always a common theme with people that watch like these mob movies, especially with how Scorsese like portrays them. You kind of just find yourself like kind of in the groove with these guys as if you're in the group. And then you totally forget like how fucked up things really are, like behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And so they show you like how evil these guys can be. Yeah. You know, how psychotic they are. Like, so they finally get this Irishman who just comes out of nowhere and is wanting to like cause trouble. And, you know, I don't really understand like what he was trying to do.
Yeah, it's a long movie. That was like 2 hours ago.
Yeah. But I think pretty much he thought he could just come to Vegas and just start like fucking beating people up and thinking that
Talk about Nicky?
No, the Irishman that they like torture for 2 days.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, just quick. He thinks that he can come bully some bookies that are already under Nicky's control.
Right.
So then they get him and they say that they torture him for 2 days. They beat the shit out of him. At one point, they even stick ice picks up the no, and he still doesn't talk. And then they put him in what's that called?
Vice.
It's called a vice. Yeah, and they just start squeezing it, and you literally see the eye kind of pop out, and you're like, oh,
dude, can you imagine that?
No, my eyes like started watering. I was like, okay, all right, yeah. But it just goes to show these guys are very bad.
Yeah, that's what
And
Scorsese does.
you always forget, like, through the conversations, through the whiskey and the cigarettes and, like, the kind of harmless beatdowns
Flashy,
that they,
yeah, right.
like, put on. Like, no, these guys will stick an ice pick up your balls.
Yeah, they'll fucking, yeah. But that's what Scorsese does so well, I think, is he will tempt you with the criminal lifestyle and then show you, like, it's actually brutal. It's actually not as cool as it looks.
You mess up once, and, I mean, somebody's sticking something up your ass.
Yeah, that's what's so cool about Goodfellas. It starts off so cool, and then it just develops into this just torturous lifestyle with the main character. Similar here. You know, it starts off pretty badass, but she comes in and just ruins his life.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say about her, if we're going to get deep and look at the theme of the movie,
Okay.
I think she almost the movie's called Casino. She represents the casinos, like gambling. She's like a gambling addiction. Everybody, there's no redeeming qualities about her. So like if you had somebody that has a gambling addiction that keeps going to casinos and losing all their money, she's very money focused, losing all of your money. Everybody on the outside is like, what are you fucking doing? Stop going to the casino. You keep losing all your money. As you watch the movie, you see her and you're like, what are you doing? Why do you keep going back to her? She fucking fucks you over every time, but she tricks him. And she only tricks him really in his mind. Like, we don't actually see how she seduced him again. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a resemblance of a casino, of how it, you know, she seduces you in the casino's bright lights. You have the chance of lucking out, winning big. You even know that the casino's house, or the house has the edge on almost, I think every single game in the casino. He married her knowing she didn't love him.
Yeah. No, it's
So
like it's the most annoying part about Ace. He's like this smart, observant guy. It's like, damn it, dude. Like, how did you not start looking before 43? Because he's 43.
Yep.
He makes it very well known that he just wants a wife, and it's going to make him look better to the public. I understand that he's doing that, but, like, come on. She's a hooker.
That's
and
it,
he
though.
even says, he's like, you know, once you marry a hooker, you're always going to be a hooker. Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
And
at
it's
the
just
end.
like, damn it. Like, that was the one thing. Honestly, the Nicky thing, I don't think he could have helped that. Nicky was going to make him get in trouble.
She's a temptress.
But she's bad for his image still.
Yeah.
And it's just so annoying. Like, he's so smart. He can, like, see things before they happen, like, moves away, and yet he marries her.
Yeah, he's really, really attentive to details when it comes to his image, the way he looks, the way the casino looks, the way the casino operates. And he's big on trust.
So why does he trust her?
Because it's his relationship he's not good at.
He's ready to settle down.
That's his one flaw, is his relationships. Like,
Yeah.
Nicky, obviously, he shouldn't really be working with Nicky because he knows Nicky's going to crumble his empire. Because Nicky's brutal. He's not doing stuff by the book. He keeps fucking up still. Like, he's doing gangster stuff when they have heat on them.
Yeah.
But Ace, he's not good at his relationships.
Yeah. Which
And
sucks
again-
because he thinks that he can pretty much get control of anything. Which I guess you would feel that kind of empowerment if you were known as, like, the best gambler. Like, people coming to you because you know, like, how to see, I mean, like, a crazy football game that they're talking about.
Yeah.
He's got Oklahoma, like, -6 or 7 or whatever it is. And, like, Oklahoma's not even supposed to win. And
Yeah.
all this. And they're like, how did you know? And, like, so he thinks, okay, because I could see that and make people successful off of that, I can take a girl who maybe some people are like, oh, you know, she's not a good one. Like, you know, she's pulling like 48 hours, no sleep, hanging out with different guys, just getting money from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to be able to change her. And he's thinking, no, I see what she could be.
Yeah, he sees that hustle in her.
Like he sees like a horse race,
Yeah.
you know. But
He's
that's just
betting.
not how that works.
Yeah, he's betting on her because she's giving him all the signs at the beginning that she,
Yeah.
you know, she's obviously a psychopathic girl who
Yeah.
literally would just lie
Yeah.
about everything to make her look a certain way.
Yeah.
Despite her being frantic and whatever. So I think she really kind of represents what a casino is.
I agree with that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. It's just
So annoying to watch.
it is so annoying to watch because everything else, it just seems like he's gonna get control of it. Like he's kind of one step ahead of it. Even when he is down, even when the government doesn't give him his hearing, he gets on television and is like challenging the people to debates. They're not coming on, so people are asking questions. He kind of gets his leverage back. Like he's not, the city won't get rid of him yet because he becomes like the spokesperson for it pretty much.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really cool because, I'd imagine like for his character, like he's so good behind the scenes that when he makes the jump to television, I mean, that's got to be pretty hard, but he's like, no, this is the best calculated decision for me to stay in the city.
Yeah.
If he takes some job in the back of the casino, I mean, they can easily push him out.
Yeah, but I don't know, though, because I honestly think it's his need to be the man that has his downfall, because he, whenever they're interviewing him, but for the newspaper, they ask Ace, are you the boss of this casino? He's like, oh, no, it's not me. It's the other guy. It's like, yeah, but, who's running it when you're here? He's like, well, I guess you could kind of say, when he's not here, I am the boss. Yeah, I am the boss. He like has to, he can't not admit that he is the boss.
You could say that. Say that. Yeah.
So, and it gets printed on the newspaper, and he always is wearing flashy shit. He's got like a fucking cigarette holder, like Nicky makes fun of him about.
The suits in this movie are inspirational.
Right?
Very inspirational. I mean, I wish I could pull that off.
You can.
Thank you.
We should do it.
But like a dark red shirt with the not same color red suit, that's tough.
Yeah, he pulled it off with that blue, blue suit. Me and you were getting worried about it. I'm like, those pants do not go with that shirt.
Yeah, no.
And then he came back with the jacket.
Yeah, he had the jacket. Who are we to doubt him?
Yeah, but so his Ace's suits reflect his need to be the man. He's got to be flashy. He's got to show off. He also probably in the beginning I was thinking he needs to date this girl who keeps ruining his life because she's the hottest chick in everybody's eyes. Like everybody, holy shit.
And she's popular. Everybody loves her.
Yeah,
like
because she seduces everybody. So him being able to get the best looking chick. He's the boss of the casino. He's got the best suits. He's fucking has a cool ass cigarette holder that gets cooler every scene he's in.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got to be the man. But that need to be the attention and be seen as important kind of ruins him.
I think yeah.
Or almost ruins him, I guess.
Yeah. No, I do see what you mean by that. I thought that yes, I think that was like a need for attention, but I also think that was like just once you're out of the Vegas spotlight, I think it just makes it very easy for people to like take you out.
Yeah.
And so I think he knew that if he finally was out and they put him in the back, made him a slot manager.
Yeah.
They can easily push him out after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you're on television, like trying to challenge like senators, governors, and you have like, celebrities coming on that are shooting the shit with you.
Right.
You kind of it's hard to take you out at that point. Newspapers are talking about you too much.
I guess so. Yeah. There is that. But then also even though he is on TV now, he still is running the casino.
Mm-hmm.
What was his job before? What was his first job at his non-official, like his official job that really, he was the boss of the casino, but what was his job? I don't remember.
Because he had to change it. They pretty much tell you, he was like, you can go from this to food and beverage director. You're asking what he was before the food and beverage director?
Before he became the entertainment director. And then they said, you should have became the food one because that's more quiet. Remember the bosses were saying, Ace needs to take a quieter job because people are starting to recognize that he actually is running the thing without a license.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But it's because it wasn't a spotlighted job before that, I don't think. Maybe it was a floor manager or something.
I can't remember.
Whatever it was.
Because there's pit boss and then there's... Is it pit boss, floor manager?
I don't know. But Ace's position back then, I don't think it was like a badass position. Because him being the food and beverage guy would have just been a title. He still is running the casino.
Yeah. So I think I thought he did do that.
What? No, he didn't go food and beverage. He went entertainment.
No, I think at one point, because like the whole thing is that as you're applying to get your license, you have to like keep switching job titles. They say that at the beginning. I think at one point he does say like, oh, I went to food and beverage director.
Oh, but he's switching to hide the fact that he is running the casino and without a license.
Yes.
So in order for him to get away with it, he's got to keep switching titles because they're going to catch on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Okay, going back to the violence. Is the money worth the hammer to the fingers? How much money did they win? Do we remember? Remember when they said you have an option when he smashed that guy's fingers? He asked his partner, you can either keep the money and take the hammer, or you can just walk out of here.
Yeah, no, I told Scott, I was like, I would have taken it, but in reality, I would have been, I could see myself being an idiot, being like, well, how bad is the hammer?
Yeah.
Like, just asking the mob boss, like,
how much money would it take for you to take the hammer?
I don't know. I mean,
also, you're not sure if they're gonna just give you the hammer.
I doubt they really give you the money, but
right, they probably smash your fingers, then maybe your face,
and they say, "Get the fuck out of here,
yeah.
you idiot!" Yeah.
You dumbass.
Yeah, probably. I was just telling Scott the money that it looked like they were winning. It looks like if you get your hand broken, all that money's just going to the hospital anyways.
Is that my phone?
Amber Alert.
All right, sorry. Back what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the money that they won is just paying for the hospital bills anyways.
Maybe so. Yeah, you might be right.
So I told Scott, I was like, yeah, okay, I guess it is probably smart to just walk out of there.
Yeah, what a dumbass way to cheat too. Like, why don't you just learn to count cards? He's a nerdy guy. I thought he was counting cards, but he just has something tapping his leg. Little Morse code.
Oh, trouble. Hey, lady.
All right, so how much money would it take for you to take the hammer? $100,000?
Yeah.
Get the hammer smashed? You go, all right.
Yeah.
$70,000.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, think about hospital bills though. So you're probably netting what, like $50,000, $20,000?
Think it's $20,000 to fix a broken hand? Is that? I mean,
with I guess no insurance, but I guess yeah, if you have insurance, that'll be fine. All right, 70, 60, $30,000.
Scott, how much is it to fix a broken hand?
Let's just say
10,000.
There you go, 10 grand.
Oh wait, ranges from a few hundred to over 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
30,000. Yeah, I'm still getting my hand broken.
So for 20 grand, so essentially 20 grand. $10,000 would you get your hand smashed?
What about you? What's your number?
I think I don't know if I
60 grand right there. And I want to sign some papers too. I want those guys.
This has to be legit.
Yeah.
You start negotiating. Okay, can we sign a waiver?
Yeah. Hey, sit down, Ace. I want to talk to you about
Yeah.
this actually. Yeah. Yeah. $50,000 just right there on the spot.
No, you said 20. I think
$100,000. No, I said 30. 20. I'm not a sellout.
30 wouldn't last you that long. Like
I could make 30,000 last me a decent amount.
Yeah, you could. But if you get the money and you're fucking chilling, if you get the money straight up, you're gonna go have a good time.
I'm not like Sharon Stone. I'm gonna come right back.
Invest it.
No. Well, yeah.
But the stock market.
I'll tell you what. I don't need Vegas. I don't need all that gambling. I'm good. I'll take my $30,000. I'll go get my hand fixed up, and then I'm gonna go chill on the beach for like a week.
With that fucking
I don't need to gamble.
throbbing hand.
No, I'll go get it healed up. I'll chill out.
Yeah, it's not like your hand's gone forever. You just got a broken finger.
Yeah. And I don't have, it's just me and my dog. And I have cheap rent. $30,000 in one night is not the worst thing in the world for me. And a broken hand, broken both my arms before.
Have you really? Wow.
Basketball, Burger King playground.
At the same time? Like you had two broken wrists at the same time?
No. I was 5 and 13.
I broke a wrist.
You got the scar?
Nope.
Oh.
Just so it's like a little buckle fracture.
Oh, you got to get the scar.
I was skimboarding.
Yeah. Would you do it again for $30,000?
Break my arm? I don't remember. I was super young. I just remember it really hurting.
So, okay, so...
Because it lasts. Like, the pain lasts.
What's your hammer and the money prize? Like, where do you stop? $30,000 in cash. You just get it right there.
Yeah, but that's not that much money for a fucking broken hand.
Can be.
I would say probably when you're hitting 6 figures, now we're talking.
Really? You wouldn't do it for 50? In one night? You make $50,000 in one night?
I don't know, dude. I mean, that's a lot of money.
$50,000 in one night is that's a
month,
a salary for somebody.
Yeah, 100%.
Some people work a whole year to get that, and you're not getting taxed.
But I'm talking like actually though. It is actually yeah. I
think $50,000.
Yeah, and you got to pay taxes on it after. I don't know. Scott? What would be your number?
My first thought was 100, but 50,000 is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. More than 50. For me to actually get my hand broken, smashed by a hammer, and he didn't do one hit. That was like 3 hits.
50,000. I mean, I saw how brutal it was. I mean, no. You're getting your hand destroyed. Like, you're going to need surgery. It's going to be a little recovery. You're probably going to have arthritis when you're like 60, 70. Yeah, 50,000 in one night. Maybe 30. I got to see what 30,000 looks like in cash.
You got to put it on the table.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Fuck.
No, 50,000 for sure. For sure, 50,000. 30,000, I'm going to have to negotiate how bad my hand's getting broken. I'm glad we had this conversation.
Me too.
50,000 in one night would be great.
I'll start saving for our next YouTube video.
Yeah.
Greg gets his hand smashed for $30,000. It's called Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast video. 30 grand, hand smashed.
No, we got to make it 50. We'll edit this. Well, yeah. We'll do some work. 50. That's what I'm saying. 50 is my final number. 30 with negotiating.
30. If you had it in cash right then and there, 30.
Like 30,000, you get 30,000. You get to hit my hand twice as hard as you can. 50,000, you got 5 hits.
So
30,000, you get
about 10 grand a hit for you.
Yeah. You can bring in Mr. Beast himself.
Have him smash your fingers.
You can bring in the strongest man on the planet. Okay. All right. Well, now we're up in the price, actually, if that's the case. But
right.
Yeah. Okay. $50,000, no doubt.
Wow.
No doubt.
I think once 50 year, we're talking. Once you get to 50, we're talking.
Yeah.
6 figures is like, okay, maybe. All right.
You said 100 grand. I didn't even have absolutely.
I thought maybe you would have been up.
Bofa.
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyways.
And your friend, it's funny, that friend got no money and his hand smashed.
Yeah.
But he was a cheater.
Well, like I said, I don't think they're getting the money. I think he's just trying to see how scummy these guys are.
100%.
Yeah.
Scare him. Just get him scared. Yeah. That's why De Niro's so badass, though. His attention to detail is fucking on the money. Every little detail. Like, it's kind of cool because that's really what people that run very successful places like that and are like at the top of the game is like the blueberries and the muffins have to be equal. And they were kind of pissed about it, but when you look at like the muffins, they were kind of shitty.
They were.
It was pretty bad.
Because do you know how long it'll take? Do you know how many people are going to get pissed off? Do you know how many old people that spend a lot of money are going to complain about the muffins? Let me tell you something. I felt that. Just being a morning server at a country club and dealing with a lot of old people that show up at 6 a.m. because 8 o'clock is when it's too hot. Yeah, they complain about their oatmeal a lot, and they
country
complain
club oatmeal.
Yeah, and they complain about. I mean, every day I had the same guy that would come in. He got oatmeal every morning, and he hated it every morning, but he still got it. But you still don't want him complaining about that. Because you never know. Maybe one day he's going to be like, holy shit, I've been telling y'all for 6 months straight now that this oatmeal sucks. And I've been coming to this club for like 20 years, 30, 40 years, and I want the respect I deserve. This oatmeal sucks. That's how it could go at a casino. It's like, this blueberry,
especially with high rollers.
Yeah, this blueberry muffin, I've been telling y'all ever since I came in here 20 years ago. Or I've been coming here for 20 years. I've been telling y'all for 6 months now that these blueberry muffins suck. And I love a good blueberry muffin. So it really fucks up my day when I get a bad one. And then they go to the next one. Boom, they got great blueberry muffins.
Boom.
Robert De Niro's like, wow, there goes $2 million in like 6 months just out the door. That's what he sees.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he's successful. That's how it goes.
And they said it's based on a true story. And so, or I guess, it said based on a true story?
Yeah.
Or, roughly.
Yeah, there was a journalist who wrote a book, and it's like based off of a real casino.
Yeah. So
and how the casino pretty much like was started by the mob and ended.
It's really cool to see how De Niro's character was able to increase the revenue double by the time he was there, because he would, the plane shut down. It's too late. There's no flights to get the guy to come back and gamble some more and lose. How he just was so particular about everything. He was able just to craft it all to win. Because again, he's the perfect gambler. He always won his sports bets because he only placed bets on games that he would win.
Yeah,
that he was for sure.
It wasn't gambling.
It wasn't gambling. He knew the details of the court and said what woods on the court, how windy was it for football games, all the littlest things. That's probably what Vegas actually does too.
I wonder how many people have seen this movie and they're like, that's how I am too.
Every sports gambler.
Yeah, every degenerate is like, yeah, I'm just like Ace.
Yeah,
I only gamble on things I know for a fact are gonna win.
Except you're broke.
Yep. Like my old man always told me, people never tell you how much they lose. They only talk about what they win.
Right. You're like, I just won $15,000. It's like, okay, how much did you spend to get that $15,000?
Well, think about it. You can win that $15,000 in the 2 nights you might be in Vegas. But what about the rest of the 6 months you've been gambling on sports and going to WinStar or something like that? That's what I'm always thinking of.
Yeah. I was in Vegas. Maybe it was the last time I was in Vegas for work. We played with the professional gambler. I didn't play, but I was watching this professional gambler. He makes his money by gambling. And he played Baccarat. That's the one that a lot of rich Asian dudes play Baccarat. That's all you see. It's just a bunch of just loaded Asian dudes.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
It's tucked in the corner, and it's because it has the most, I think it's the easiest, not the easiest to win, but it's the house has the most, the smallest edge.
Okay.
I think it might even be 50-50.
Is the game complicated? Have y'all ever tried to play it?
No, I understood how to play it when I was watching. I couldn't describe it to you right now, but it's something about the way this guy would always win in Baccarat is that he would go on runs. Because a lot of times the way the game goes, you bet on red or blue. You play this game, but it's red and blue on the screen to see what side won, essentially. Mm-hmm. Might be the dealer and you. But a lot of times, there'll be red will win 5 times in a row, and then it'll be on back to back to back to back to back. There's always patterns, it seems in this game that just happen with the way the cards fall. So his whole strategy was to play Baccarat, guess on the run where the runs were going, and every time he would lose, he would just bet double. So if I bet $5, he's doing high stakes, so he's betting hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars each time. But it gets to the point to where you're betting. So you do $100, you lose. Okay, shit, I got to do $200. I lose again. Fuck, now I got to do $400. Shit, okay, now I got to do $800. All the way up to where you're going $20,000 to bet. Because if you go on a losing streak, that can be wiped away with your $30,000 bet if you just win. Because since you double it up, now you're square again.
Got my heart racing right now.
So you have to have a gigantic bankroll. It's these guys that play it have a gigantic bankroll, hoping to just catch these runs and just bet double to win it.
Yeah. What you got, Scott?
It's a 45% chance you win, 45% chance you lose.
That's odd. What is it? What's it? 10%?
I mean, those are divorced from each other.
Oh, that's weird. So yeah, literally.
The other 10% is you tie.
Oh, you tie. Okay.
Thank you. I was about to say, I guess I don't understand casino math. But it's always interesting for me to watch a movie like this because I'm just not the biggest gambler.
Me neither.
I
always feel uncomfortable in a casino.
I'll play Texas Hold'em with the boys every now and then. And then I've been to the boats in Shreveport.
Is that fun?
I had a blast, except for the fact that I lost a lot of money playing blackjack.
Yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable to sit down at a blackjack table because I don't know the game well enough, and I feel like I'd just be looking like an idiot, taking my time.
Scott, what about you?
I'm not very quick in my mental math either.
You pretty good at gambling? You like it?
I like it. The dealers will help you sometimes, like at blackjack.
Yeah, the dealers like to help you a lot in blackjack.
Because if you win, throw them a little chip.
Yeah.
I like playing roulette.
Yeah.
Me too.
But like if you ask a dealer like what are my odds here, like they have to tell you like and like if you ask like should I take it, and they're like yes you should hit, or no you should stay, like they genuinely are telling you like yes, like the odds are in your favor for you to do this. So I mean they're not there like totally screwing you over, but yes they are at the same time.
Not like they are in this movie, because he talks about, it's kind of funny because he reminisces on what the old Vegas was, of how he always won.
Mm-hmm.
And how he would always make sure that everybody lost so that they got the money and the casino was successful. And he's looking back on the new Vegas where it's just kind of like this, looks like Disneyland, he calls it. And it's just like, we're just some 20-year-old guys checking you into the thing. There's no comps. There's no like, nobody knows each other anymore. But it's kind of like, yeah, but that's better for everybody else. Like, it's not, that sucks for you.
Yeah.
But if we went to Vegas back then, you're like on 100% losing your money.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just working with the mob. Like literally, you're gambling with the mob's money against the mob.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of scared. What if you win a bunch of money? They're like, hey, let's go to the back and talk about your winnings. I'm like, oh, it's okay, actually.
Just actually,
if you could just give me 500, that'd be cool.
Just, you know what? Take it. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
I'm just here to have fun.
Just give me my money back and we'll be square. It's all cool.
It is, yeah. Because this movie takes place in 1983, I believe. And they even mention Al Capone. And I thought that was interesting because when I went to, well, actually where we'll be going, Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yeah.
And more specifically, like the Village. But like in downtown Hot Springs, that used to be a huge place. Like Hot Springs was the place where like all the mob went to go gamble.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bunch of like bathhouses and all that stuff. And so they're talking about Al Capone in Vegas, and I just wonder like when Vegas actually started to get on the rise.
You talked about it in the episode before.
Well, it's because I had the Al Capone shirt on.
Missed opportunity for this episode.
Yeah, damn, I did. I just got to wear that whenever we watch any gangster movie.
Yeah, any gangster movie.
I'll keep that in mind. But it's just like how... So it's 1983 in this movie. So like when did...
73.
In this movie?
Yeah. That's when it starts.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, but like when did Vegas really start to become popular? Like...
I don't know. It was interesting in the beginning talking about
century.
how it's like just this place in the desert, and at night it hides the desert from you, like where it's actually at. It's so secluded and just kind of in the middle of nowhere.
50s and 60s.
Okay, so it's new. 20 years.
By this point, yeah.
I mean, you could... Vegas is still pretty much new, like at this point. Like it's...
Yeah. I mean, it's new enough to where there's still crime. Any new industry, when it's unregulated, you know what I mean? There's a lot of criminals that run it because they can take advantage.
Yeah. Like I've just heard stories about just even like the Los Angeles Lakers in the 70s. Like a coach got his head blown off in Vegas, like by the mob. Like it's it was still very rampant.
Sports betting, he was betting.
I think I can't exactly remember like what happened, but I think he like lost the mob some money because like the Lakers didn't win or something like that. Like. It's crazy. But yeah, like it's... So is the movie pretty much saying that like the mob was starting to get shut out by the 80s?
Yeah, it ends in 83.
The setting of this movie?
Actually 86 is when it ends, yeah.
Okay. It's pretty crazy.
As an old man with his big ass glasses looking like Scorsese's mom.
Yeah.
Hey, she's fun in the movie.
She is fun.
I like that he puts her in, and I don't think that he writes her lines. I think he just has her listen.
In Goodfellas for sure.
Yeah, that was all unscripted.
The whole thing with her and Nicky in this movie, Joe Pesci. There's nothing written in that scene.
Yeah.
That is just him showing up, and then they talk about what? I think there's like a painting or something that she ends up like pointing to and like telling him all about it, or
yeah, they're just bullshitting, but it's so genuine because it literally is genuine.
Yeah, no, and she in this movie it's funny because she's got this guy complaining about his brother-in-law who's like got this jewelry business and he's getting shut out, or the casino or whatever, and he's dropping a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah,
like they do throughout the whole movie.
Yep.
And then you've got Mama Scorsese just saying like, you never talk like this. What are you doing talking like that? And then he even says, he's like, and they got this freaking, all this. And then she looks at him.
I'm going to freaking bash his head in. And he said something like that.
And she looks at him and he's like, what? I said freaking. She said, that's still awful.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because I think that really like helps. Like if you were acting in that scene and you've got somebody being like, what are you doing talking like that? Like it kind of helps you snap you back into character.
Yeah.
Like you're not thinking about your lines anymore. You're thinking about who your character is, like the scene, like, and you're having more fun with it.
And Scorsese and his mother grew up in that area where the mob was. Like Scorsese grew up around. That's why he has so many gangster movies, because he grew up around that. But his mom sheltered him from it all. I think he said, like his mom didn't let him hang out with anybody. Like obviously, he didn't become a gangster, but he saw it and he saw the lifestyle and saw the people. Mm-hmm. So his mom can relate. She can like put herself in that environment like she is a mom.
Yeah, she's talked to some guys like that plenty of times.
Yeah, 100%.
She's probably told him like, hey, don't talk like that in front of my son. Yeah,
it's just a nice touch. I know Scorsese likes to do improv. He enjoys letting the actors take the character in their own hands.
Absolutely.
And kind of letting them run with it in some scenes.
Yeah.
So, letting the characters run and then just telling his mom, come in here and sit down. You're this person's mother. She's like, okay. And then she's just cool with it. She's helping out her little boy Marty in his movie. Yeah. It's just cool to see.
Well, and then, I think I was telling y'all both, like, I think it's kind of genuine reactions because she's 100%. Like...
Because there's that one facial expression she gives whenever it like cuts to her face when he says like, in this fucking sense, she's like, oh, like disgusted.
Yeah, just God, I'm so disappointed in my son because I know he wrote every single line.
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, the acting is pretty awesome. De Niro, you can't deny, fucking legend. Joe Pesci. It's kind of funny in these mob movies because of course we know that women are attracted to power, but Joe Pesci is powerful, but he's not a looker in any sense of the imagination.
He's shorter than every girl he's on screen with. Yeah. It's incredible. And like not even barely. Like these girls are towering over him. But he's towering over them with the power.
Yeah, he'd fucking kill you. I mean, the first scene with him when he stabs that dude in the neck for just talking shit about the guy with the pen. Yeah. Or talking shit to Ace. When Ace asked him about the pen.
He says, you could take that pen and you can shove it up your ass.
And it kills him. Like fucking kills him over it. Yeah. Right to the neck. Joe Pesci always plays that fucking crazy ass. He's the same in Goodfellas.
He says it twice in this movie. He's like, the problem is I'm stupid. I don't care about going to jail.
Yeah.
He says that twice.
Yeah.
Like at very pinnacle moments where it's like, yo, like, is he not worried about getting arrested? And he just says, no, I'm not. And that's why I'm not afraid to fucking kill you.
That's what everybody's safety net is. Is like, okay, that guy's not going to do that. He's not going to go to jail. But if he goes, I don't give a fuck about going to jail. You're like, oh.
He says that's just part of the game. It's like,
oh, fuck.
Oh, he's like, yeah, I will show up to the bank and beat the shit out of you damn near to death in front of God and everybody.
Yeah.
If I don't get my money. He was like...
And then after I get out of jail, about the same time you're getting out of your coma.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come back. I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of you again. Oof. Brutal. But it's just funny seeing Joe Pesci get all these women when he done got the looks for all these chicks. But of course...
That's why they became mobsters. He was like, this is my only shot.
Yeah. And of course, like, obviously... What's her name?
Ginger?
Sharon Stone.
Yeah. Obviously, Ginger's doing it just to connive her way.
She's just scheming.
Yeah, she's just scheming. Everything she does is
just
a scheme.
Just like the Joker. She's a schemer.
She's just trying to get her things.
All she wants is things.
She looks at him like after all the shit that she's put him through. She's like, so how am I going to get my money? And he just looks at her like, oh my God, I totally forgot that. Yeah.
I mean, that is like the worst character ever because
ties her daughter up to the bed.
When you start like fucking with like your daughter in the movie, it's just like there's no saving your character. Like you are you're a piece of shit.
And it gets my blood boiling when she shows up to the house and is like slamming into his car like 5 times. And the cops show up and they're still like, hey, like she's got to be allowed in the house, like all this. It's like, no, look at my daughter's wrists. They're still tied up. She'll tell you that mom did this. Like, cops, put her in the back of the car.
Yeah.
As if the smashed car didn't tell you enough. Can't you tell that she's intoxicated?
Well,
She doesn't need to be behind the wheel.
Again, going back to what I was saying about her character, the house always wins.
The house always
So
wins.
the cops are giving her. It'd be a lot easier if you just let her get their stuff. Steal and De Niro's so trusting for fucking no reason with her. That's what's frustrating.
Why doesn't he just keep those keys on him at all times?
Why would you not watch her go inside to where she's? She knows where the keys are. You know she just wants the money. She's been begging for her jewelry and the money this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
How much money did he put in there? He put $2 million, or was it $1 million of jewelry and $2 million of cash?
Yeah, I think it's $1 million in jewelry, $2 million in cash.
Yep. And she lost it all in
Months.
a couple of months.
Yeah.
$2 million. What are you buying? How do you spend $2 million in a couple months?
I think she was entitled to half of it.
But she took it.
So I think she got $1 million.
No, but she didn't give him the other half. She took the two.
Did she take all two?
Because
Okay.
Because they're not divorced yet, so they both own
Okay.
100% of that money.
Okay.
And they divorced and it's 50-50, but
Okay.
they both own that money together. So she can just take it off if she wanted.
Brutal.
But she spent it all on doing drugs and not working.
Yeah.
But do you think you can spend $2 million in a couple months of just drugs?
Because she was hanging out with a lot of, I think he said she got involved in a motorcycle gang.
So she's buying them motorcycles. She's fucking.
They're probably saying if you give us the money, we can make a lot more money with this.
Yeah. Because think about if you spend $1 million is a lot of money.
I couldn't do
It'd
it.
be so hard to spend that amount.
I couldn't do it.
If you spent $10,000 a
Maybe
day,
I could do it.
if you spent $10,000 a day for 30 days, that's $300,000. You still have $700,000 left of $1 million.
I couldn't do it.
I guess maybe you're going to Gucci, going to Louis Vuitton, buying the whole store. Then you could probably hit your $2 million. Bricks of cocaine.
That's what'll
How
get
much is
ya.
a brick of cocaine? Look this up. How
But
much would that be?
Be very careful.
Yeah, don't put me on a list.
They're on to us.
Doom, 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 doom. What website are you on?
They don't want us to know.
Okay, so it says a gram of cocaine is 60 to 200 per gram.
Okay.
200.
Ounce is 1,100 to 1,800.
All right.
A kilo might be what?
Is that a brick?
A kilo a brick?
I think
It's,
so.
I don't know.
Think so.
13,000 to 26,000.
13 grand if you. Yeah, but no way could you do that much cocaine. A brick, you would overdose, right?
She did.
She did overdose. And that was frustrating that she overdosed.
Yeah, you wanted
I want to see somebody whack her ass.
you wanted Ace to kind of get his revenge.
But Ace wouldn't do it. Ace is too kind.
You're right. I did want Nicky to do it. I guess maybe that's where this movie gets me all messed up. You start wanting to see people get whacked. And it's no.
Yes.
No. I'm a good guy.
No, not her though.
Yeah.
She's very justifiably should be dead.
When she ties the girl up, that's when I'm like, all right, come on.
And she's no. What really got me, tying up's pretty fucking terrible. That's definitely the worst thing she did. But when she's doing the lines of cocaine with her daughter sitting right next
That's
to you, as
right.
close as you are to me, saying,
And she even says,
"Don't do this.
Don't do this. This is bad." Okay, then stop.
What?
Yep. That pissed me off.
I wonder what her tie is. Did you notice anything, Scott or Gray, about her tie to her ex? Why was she so attracted to this
Just
person?
because he pretty much there's got to be a word for this in the psychology world,
right?
but he has pretty much been pimping her out since she was 14, and so he probably
It's like daddy issues.
it's daddy issues. Yeah, that's all it is.
Grooming.
Yeah. But I think
But grooming is whenever you try to when you start talking to a younger girl until she turns 18.
right. So I mean it's pretty much that way. He got to her and made her fall in love with him when she was going through the 14-year-old awkward braces phase.
You're right.
And so in her mind, probably forever, obviously, she's thinking he loved me when I wasn't beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But really, he was just betting on her.
Yeah. It's also interesting too because she's so corrupt in her brain. And she's always been scheming, always been stealing, has never been a good person. So whenever Ace finally gives her a good life. He marries her, gives her everything she wants. He, gives her a daughter, even though she doesn't give a fuck about her daughter. He kind of he's being good to her. It's like she can't handle somebody being good to her. She just fucking crumbles and has to get, I hate you so much. It's like, what the fuck did Ace do to you?
No,
he gave you everything you wanted?
She's still always going to bust down Tatiana.
You just fucking snuck that one in there.
It's just disgusting.
But she's so corrupted that she can't allow herself to have a good life.
Oh God, like just so annoying that she like comes back to Ace after she like pretty much almost goes through with kidnapping her own daughter with her pimp.
Yep.
And then she comes back to Ace. She's like, well, at least I didn't kidnap her. I could have done that. And he looks at her. He's like, you think this is a fucking favor to me? You think not going through with kidnapping my daughter like was like a courtesy?
It's just so
funny, but like she spins it that way.
So much manipulation.
Yeah.
Always turns it against him.
She asked for $25,000. He's like, oh, what do you need it for? She's like, God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight with you. He's like, okay. Just, it's $25,000. Like, what's it for? Like, are you going on vacation?
Yeah.
Do you need it for suits? Like, she could have.
She could have said, I'm getting a gift for you. She could have said that.
Well, then she's got to get him a gift, I guess. It's just dumb. Like,
or not. She'll figure out a way to lie. She doesn't give a shit. She'll lie up right until she has to tell the truth. Or until he catches her. She'll spin it some way. She's smart enough.
Just, go on the vacation. He just said, he was like, if you need it for like a dress or something, like, it's not a problem. Just what's it for? But then she's got to show up in a dress. And then, as we all know, Ace is going to ask, like, oh, where'd you get it? Okay. And then he's going to make some calls and find out, like, how much does that dress go for? $10,000. Oh, so what'd you do with the other 15?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she does kind of understand that he, yeah. Tell you what, the Jewish community, they catch
took
a
some
lot
hits in this one.
they took some hits in this one.
Kanye West loves this movie.
Yeah. Tell you what, if this movie was available on Apple Music,
Should get banned.
They're shutting it down.
Was it like an official statement that Apple Music took down Kanye's album, or you just saw that personally?
I saw like a statement that they took it down, but now it's back up. So
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of negative.
Well,
is Scorsese Jewish?
I don't know.
He's obviously Italian, right?
Yeah, so I doubt it. He's probably very Catholic, actually.
You're right. Yep, that's probably
Catholic.
Yeah, so I just assume, just off of watching The Sopranos, because there's definitely a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of actors in this that are in The Sopranos. It's kind of like paying homage to.
Yeah.
Scorsese.
Those are just he worked with the same kind of Italian mob actors, right?
And so The Sopranos, like, you may as well go get those guys.
Yeah.
Because they know the lifestyle, they know the lingo, like all this, and quite frankly, Italians, the mobsters that love ripping people off, probably don't like your stereotypical Jewish fella who is counting his pennies. And let's be honest, like Ace, he's going to ask a lot of questions. Like if you say like, oh, I spent money on this, he's going to like get it down to the very last dollar and be like, well, no, you still had like $800 left, like based on what you're telling me. So what'd you spend it on?
Yeah. And Ace is loaded.
And he's loaded, but
so he knows his money.
Yeah. So, but they, you heard a couple K words in there in this movie.
Couple N words
with that. Yeah, I mean,
just
nobody's safe. Nobody's safe in a Scorsese. I mean, if you want a realistic mob movie, I think this is how they talk. If I were a guessing man,
100%. There is that. That is true. That's how they would talk. 100%.
It's like you can't be offended because it's just like, I think this is just how these guys are.
And he's not trying to show these people in a good light.
He's not. You gotta remember that. He's not like trying to show off the mob lifestyle. He's trying to show you how bad it is. You think about Goodfellas, you think about this movie, it all comes down in flames.
Always. It always starts off so strong where it's cool as shit and you're loving it and it's badass.
And you might make it 10 years of just partying and partying and partying. But you know what? Eventually you're going to start abusing all the things that you probably had control of for like years.
You always want more.
Yeah, like the alcohol, like the cocaine, like
the stealing when they were all skimming off the top of the casino.
Always going to get more.
Even though you steal, they're going to steal a little bit more for themselves.
Damn, I've been taking like 200 every month for 5 years, and nobody's batted an eye. I bet I could take 300. Oh, I bet I could take 600. I mean, shit. They're making so much money all the time. How is this going to affect it? That's how it goes.
You ever watch that show Ozarks? Or Ozark, I mean?
I never finished it.
I didn't finish the last season either. Because it took a while to come out.
I need to finish it.
That's what they did. The casino was the best way for them to hide their money.
Mm-hmm.
Skim off the top. Not skim off the top, but add some to the buckets to...
And I bet somebody got greedy.
Yep. Well, yeah, I think Ruth. I don't remember.
It sounds like Ruth, probably. But anyways, Casino, it's a good movie. Even though, I mean, it's
great
long.
Movie.
It's a great movie. Like I said,
8.8. That's one thing I'd say. I don't really think it needs to be 3 hours.
How so?
I don't know what you cut out.
I don't either.
I'm just saying 3 hours is a long time. 2:30 should be like max. Unless you're doing something insane. Like if you're doing like a... This has got to be really fucking good to be 3 hours. And this is a really good movie.
I thought it was
and
really
honestly,
good.
like I said, I don't think it dragged at all.
Yeah.
It's just 3 hours. Like that's if I want to watch this movie again, I got to commit.
To me, it didn't feel like 3 hours because I was enjoying it. So I'll give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Like there was never, even when you paused it and we saw like we weren't even halfway over done, I was like kind of excited. I was like, oh, that's kind of sick. Like I was pretty happy that like we had a decent amount more. So yeah, I mean, I like this movie a lot.
Yeah, I might have been a little low on my score now that I think about it.
8.2 is pretty high.
That's a high score, but I think it's
you can't go back and change it.
I'm not going to.
You know, we have to be people that stand by our words, by our scores. So 8.2.
Locking it in.
Lock it in. Let it be said. Let it be done.
If I could change my score, I'd probably go like 8.6.
No, 8.2. You heard it here first.
But hypothetically. No, yeah. Yeah, because, again, like I felt, honestly, before watching it, I was a little tired. Didn't get good sleep last night, honestly. And so I was pretty tired today. But
that Cane's didn't help.
Why?
I don't know. Whenever I eat and I'm just sitting down and watching a movie, food tends to kind of...
No, but what I was saying is I was tired today at the start of this movie, but my energy picked up throughout it. Like I wasn't tired at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's Vegas for you.
Vegas, baby.
They're good at keeping you up, even through the screen.
True. Energy. There's that energy in Vegas. When was the last time you've been in Vegas?
Never been to Vegas.
Oh, you were gonna go.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that plan. For the better.
Thanks, COVID.
Not just COVID. Weren't you going for your ex job?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to have any fun.
You're
Found
right.
that out.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, Vegas. I've only been to Vegas for work.
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of fun at night, though. Sneak out, cut loose.
That's cool. Yeah. All
right, final words, Mr. Pittman.
I'd be down to go to Vegas soon. Also, this movie was really good.
Beautifully said.
I think that's all I got. I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, we print that out. Well, final words. I think I want to go to Vegas soon, and yeah, this is a good movie. Scott, do you have any final words, any final points about this movie?
Yeah, I think my favorite part was when he's like introducing all the types of people that win money, like the businessmen and the scammers and all that.
Yeah.
And also, I love the beauty shots in the casino, like the close-ups of the dice of the tables and stuff. What
do you think about the blown out highlights on the edge of stuff, like the on the tables and stuff? There'd be bright lights. Yeah, that's like a really harsh backlight, which this director of photography does a lot. He does a lot of Tarantino movies. Who is it? And, what is it? It's down here. Robert something. I don't know by memory. But I do love the harsh backlight look. I might be reaching here, but I was thinking about it. Like, why would they choose to do that? Why would they have this like super intense light on the tables and the backlights? And I was thinking, I might be reaching on this, but it could signal that the light that's coming in is so bright is because, think about it, like how a camera works. When when you dim in order to have that bright light, but their faces are lit okay, they're like in the dark. They're like doing shady shit. They're criminals. So the light coming in is so fucking bright and overexposed because they're in such a dark place doing the shady shit. Because it's always like when they're talking about business, when the mob guys are talking, there's that fucking bright ass light coming down on the table. So it might represent how, and kind of signify they're in a very dark area. They're in this dark world doing criminal shit.
Yeah, because kind of to go off of that. I mean, I feel like most Vegas movies you see now, it's bright. So this is like just a very contrasting. I mean, this is a different world compared to what Vegas is now. I mean, so yeah, I don't think that's a reach.
Yeah, it's Robert Richardson, and that's kind of his like that hard spotlight going on the table.
Yeah,
it's like he invented that as a way to light the face.
Oh yeah,
instead of having like lights around here.
Oh, he invented that?
Yeah, it's his like signature thing.
That's pretty cool. Remember that from film school?
Really?
From my 1 year I was there, 2 years.
There you go.
I didn't even learn that in film school.
That's one of the lighting techniques. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was just a film course or something. Like a YouTube film course or something like that. But I remember that there was like a thing of like lighting the table to light their face.
Yeah.
But yeah, Casino, great movie. My rating is a little low.
No. 8.2 is good.
But it was a great movie. Very, very enjoyable. Really like the characters. The feelings you get of annoyance from the female characters, well made. Scorsese does a great job. Did he write this?
Well, it's based off of that book.
He does a lot of book adaptations and true stories.
It's called Casino: Love and Horror in Las Vegas.
But what about the script?
Let me look.
Sharon Stone, you can play a mean woman.
What is she in Basic Instinct?
She's the really mean woman. She's the author.
I don't think you said we watched it together. I don't think we did. Maybe
I thought we did.
Maybe we did.
Yeah, she does the infamous spreading the legs scene.
Yeah.
While being
airing out the vagina.
Yeah. In other words.
Scorsese did not write the screenplay.
Okay. He's done some more stuff with Scorsese too, because Scorsese won't write them all, but he is involved in some of the screenwriting on some movies. But yeah, it's Scorsese classic. If you had to rank it before we get off this, if you had to rank it with what you've seen so far in Scorsese, where would it rank in your list?
Ooh. What we've seen on this podcast, or just
in general? What you've seen in Scorsese's in general? I guess maybe it'd be better to say what ones have you seen that you think is better than Casino?
I think The Departed is his best one.
Yeah.
And then Goodfellas is number 2. I did like this more than Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, this might be number 3 for me too.
This could be number 3.
I would say Departed, Goodfellas is above it, but it's close. Goodfellas is great.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Shutter Island, right?
Oh, he did do Shutter Island.
Yeah.
He has some fucking great movies.
Yeah, okay. I'll put this at
top 5.
Yeah, I'll put it at 5.
5?
Yeah.
You put Wolf of Wall Street above it?
Yeah.
Shutter Island above it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some more Scorsese movies to watch, dude. He's got a list.
Yeah. Damn.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you guys for listening. And we'll catch you next week. We are out.
Trying to buy my next meal. Seems all I do is drive.